4 winning days in the last 5. Let's stay hot. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. We are back with Major League Baseball bets for June 14th. Another winning night. That's right, baby. We did not get that sweep, unfortunately. We'll talk about why we just missed the sweep. But thank you, thank you, thank you. We have hit over 200 likes in that last video. You guys did it. You guys crushed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate the support. Let's see if we can keep 200 and as like maybe a minimum of likes for every video. But either way, thank you guys. Ton of new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. That is awesome. Keep leaving comments. Let me know what your best bet is for today. All that kind of stuff. But before we get into the hitter, pitcher matchups, best bets, all that stuff, we now live in a world where the Oakland A's have won 7 games in a row. Yep, that's right. They just beat the best team in the league 2 games in a row. They swept the Brewers. Like, I don't understand what's going on right now, but it's baseball, and that's why we love it. Also, yesterday, we had 4 teams score 11 or more runs. So there was some offense going on yesterday, that's for sure. The weather is getting warmer. That's right. But anyways, in this video, I think we have 17 good hitter matchups, maybe the most we've ever done. I may be including too many with some small sample sizes, but you know what? We'll give them all to you. So 17 hitter matchups. We got quite a few pitcher matchups as well, and I got 3 more best bets for you. 5 and 1 run. Let's see if we can keep it going. And let's start it out with that bets recap page. There we go. Reds team total over 4.5. They cashed it in the second inning, I believe. And actually, the weird part of this, they scored 5 in the second and no runs in any other inning. They ended with 5 runs. It was weird. Dodgers minus 1.5. I knew I should have put more units on that. That was just an easy winner. Freaking Gonsolin shut down the White Sox because they can't hit a righty to save their life. So that was a nice, easy winner. And then the loser. Out of all things to lose my sweep on, it was Freddie freaking Freeman. What did I say? He had a hit in like 1+ hit in like 27 of 30 games or something like that. Well, the goose egg is right there on the day I bet him. Castellanos got a hit in his first at bat. So unfortunately, Freeman let us down in the sweep. But you know what? We'll take it. 2 and 1, won almost a unit. 134 and 129. We're trying to get hot here, trying to make a run. Up 2.96 units. Before we get into those amazing hitter matchups, let's talk about the heck of a deal with Thrive Fantasy, guys. If you are a new user, 100% first deposit match up to $250. All you have to do is make sure you put a minimum of $25 in the account. You can put $250 and they will give you $250. What a great deal. And then they also give you a free square when you sign up. Today, it's going to be Clayton Kershaw over a half a strikeout. In order to get this deal, you got to use that promo code JABO or use the link below. You get the 100% first deposit match and this free square. You pair that with another leg. There it is right there. You put one other player prop with Clayton Kershaw over a half a strikeout. You hit those 2. You get 3.2 times your bet. As you can see, you can go all the way up to a 5-leg parlay, and you get 20.2 times your bet. I mean, you could be betting $100 and winning 2 out of 2 leg parlay, and you could get $600 in your account just by putting 100. I mean, it is insane, guys. You got to do this. They're not going to be doing that $250 first deposit match forever. So they are legal in over 30 states. If you have it, you got to go use this. Use that promo code JABO or the link below to help you out. All right, there we go. It's time to get into the million hitter matchups that we have today. All right, let's go. We have a ton of good hitter matchups for you today, and that starts out with Paul Goldschmidt of the Cardinals, 17 for 30 with 4 bombs versus DeSclafani. I mean, he freaking owns him, that's for sure. Tommy Pham of the Mets, 11 for 33, 2 doubles and 2 home runs versus Garrett Cole. And then we go James McCann of the Orioles, 8 for 24, 4 home runs versus Jose Barrios. But James McCann this year, 184 average and 87 at bats, just letting you know. Ryan O'Hearn of the Orioles, 7 for 19, 2 doubles and 2 home runs versus Barrios. And then another Oriole, Adley Rutschman, 7 for 10. I know it's a small sample size, but 7 for 10 is pretty good. 2 doubles and 1 home run versus Barrios. Barrios is in better form, obviously, but the Orioles own the Blue Jays right now. I think they're 4-0 against them so far this year. DJ LeMahieu of the Yankees, 8 for 23, 2 home runs versus Justin Verlander. That's going to be a good matchup, by the way. We got out there in good old New York. We got Garrett Cole and Justin Verlander. Trey Turner of the Phillies, 8 for 19, 2 doubles versus Merrill Kelly. And then Mookie Betts of the Dodgers, 7 for 17, 1 double versus Mike Clevenger. Will Smith of the Dodgers, 6 for 10, 2 home runs versus Clevenger. And we're staying with the Dodgers. JD Martinez, 6 for 9, two doubles versus Clevenger. I know it's only 9 at bats, but 6 for 9 is impressive. Ketel Marte of the D-backs, 6 for 15. All 6 are singles versus Suarez, Ranger Suarez. And then we got Christian Walker, also of the D-backs, 5 for 13, two doubles, and one triple versus Suarez. I'm still going. We're getting there, guys. Orlando Arcia of the Braves, he is 5 for 14 with 2 home runs versus Michael Lorenzen. And then we go Marcus Simeon of the Texas Rangers, 5 for 14 and a triple versus Reed Detmers. Almost there. 3 to go. Here we go. 3 Blue Jays to finish it out. Bo Bichette, 4 for 12, 2 home runs versus Kyle Bradish. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 5 for 13 and a bomb versus Bradish. And then the last Blue Jay, George Springer, 6 for 11, 4 doubles versus Kyle Bradish. That was a ton, guys. I'm not going to lie. That was a lot. I know a lot of those are small sample size. This doesn't mean automatically take them for a hit. See what they've been doing lately and all that kind of stuff. But hopefully this gives you guys an idea. Take some screenshots of all these pages. That's a ton. We have some days where we have 3 or 4, and today I don't know if that was like 17 or something. So, anyways, that's where we're at. We got some pitcher strikeout matchups. Let's move to those. All right, let's go. We got 7 good pitcher matchups. First one, Colin Ray Rhea. I don't know. If it's Rhea, I hope his middle name is not Daya, that's for sure. But he's facing the Twins. Twins' highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at a whopping 30.2%. Ray has 48 Ks in 52.1 innings. He does have more strikeouts lately in his last 3 games, 6, 5, and 8. Next one, Bailey O'Bear on the other side in the same game versus the Brewers. Brewers' third highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 27.2%. O'Bear has 47 Ks in 51.2 innings. The third one is Andrew Heaney versus the Angels. The Angels' fifth highest K percentage versus lefties in the last month at 27.7%. Heaney, 65 Ks in 63 innings. And then we go to the lefty, the youngster in Kansas City, Daniel Lynch versus the Reds. Reds have the 12th highest K percentage in the last month at 24.5% versus lefties. And the last 2 weeks, they have the 6th highest K percentage versus lefties at 28.4%. So that's why I kind of added them just to let you guys know they've actually struck out a little bit more in the last 2 weeks. Lynch, 17 Ks in 16.1 innings and only 3 starts this year. Next one, Tyler Glasnow versus the A's, the red-hot Oakland Athletics. A's 6th highest K percentage versus right-handed pitching. Glasnow, 20 Ks in 15.2 innings. He only has 3 starts so far against the Dodgers, Red Sox, and Rangers, and he has 8, 6, and 6. He is a good strikeout pitcher. He's shown that in his career. Next one, Yuri Perez versus the Mariners. Mariners, 5th highest K percentage versus righties in the last month at 25.5%. Perez, 30 Ks in 29 innings. And the final one, the man, Clayton Kershaw versus the Chicago White Sox. White Sox, 11th highest K percentage versus lefties in the last month at 25%. Kershaw, he's been on a roll, 93 Ks in 76 innings. In his last 2 games versus the Yankees and Reds, he has 9 and 9 strikeouts in those games. So those are all of our best pitcher strikeout matchups. Now it's time for the best bets. All right, game number 1 takes us out to the desert. We got the Phillies against the Diamondbacks. D-backs money line minus 135. Phillies money line plus 115. Over under of 8.5 runs. Let's get right into the best bet. It is the D-backs team total over 4 runs at minus 125. I love this one. I love team totals if you can't tell. We got Ranger Suarez on the mound, the lefty for the Phillies. 4.7 ERA, but he has pitched better lately. He's a good ground ball pitcher. I'm not gonna lie. He is a decent pitcher. But this D-backs offense is just too good to be getting 4. I mean, if they get 3, 3 or less is the only way they lose. I love this one. So he already faced Arizona, and Arizona scored 5 runs off of it this season. So that's a good start. On the year, he uses his sinker 28% of the time and his changeup 20% of the time. Okay. When he faced the Arizona Diamondbacks earlier this year, he threw 28 sinkers and he only got 3 whiffs and he gave up almost 30% hard contact. That's not it. He threw his changeup on 22 occasions and only got 2 whiffs and gave up 50% hard contact. That is not good. So obviously these D-backs see him pretty well. That was in Philly. Now they're going to go to Arizona where they hit the ball really well. I just love this D-backs offense. Now, not only are they one of the best overall, but against lefties, they've been a lot better lately. So top 10 in OPS, ISO power, WRC plus, and they have a bottom 5 strikeout rate, which is good. They only strike out 18.6% of the time. So they're going to put the ball in play against Ranger Suarez. I just think 4 is too low. And then you got the Phillies bullpen. They have the 10th highest ERA coming in. at 4.23. The D-backs this year average 5.23 runs per game. If they just get 4, we push, whatever, we get our money back. Like I said, the only way we lose is 3 or less. And I don't think this Ranger Suarez pitcher is a good enough pitcher for a top 5 offense like the D-backs to get 3 or less. So I love the D-backs. Team total over 4 runs, minus 125. That is my first best bet. Let's move on to game number 2. Game number 2 takes us out to Fenway Park. We got the Rockies at the Red Sox. Red Sox money line minus 225. Rockies money line plus 190 with an over under of 9.5 runs. This is in Boston, even though that's a high total. All right, guys, I got a best bet in this game, but there's like 3, maybe 4 things I liked in this game. I'm going to let you guys know also what I liked, but my best bet in this game, it's another team total. It might be scary to some of you, and I get it. Red Sox team total over 5.5 runs at minus 114. Okay, I'll get into what else I like after I break this down, but Austin Gomber is on the mound. This is a pitcher that might be worse than Jordan Lyles and Lance Lynn, the 2 guys we faded yesterday, and it worked out very well. Gomber has given up 16 home runs this season. He's probably the king Christmas tree. He is the king of Christmas trees. 7.57 ERA. That's higher than both those other pitchers. In 2 of his last 3 starts, he faced the Padres. He gave up 7 earned runs in 4 innings. And then the Mets, he gave up 6 earned runs in 4 innings. Guys, in the first 4 innings, those 2 teams already went over this team total. That's right. But guess what? The Red Sox will have 8 or 9 at bats. I don't know if you know that about baseball. Just letting you know. Anyways, 14% K rate and almost a 10% walk rate. You cannot have those numbers that similar. I mean, that is way too close. That is an extremely low K rate. And then here we go. Red Sox offense. In the last month versus lefties, they have the second lowest K rate. So between his 14% K rate and the 16.9% K rate of the Red Sox offense, I mean, they're not going to be missing a lot of pitches. Let's just say that. They have the 7th best WRC plus at 124. They have the 8th best OPS. This is all in the last month versus lefties. And they have the highest walk rate at 13.2% in the entire league. So you got a high walk rate of Gomber at almost 10%, and a really high walk rate for the Red Sox. There's going to be walks. There's going to be bats on balls. You got to love to see that. And then behind Gomber, it's the Rockies bullpen, 7th highest ERA. And if you look at xFIP, which is a little more telling of kind of a predictive measure on giving up runs and all that for your pitchers, 4th highest xFIP. So they just we all know that though. We know the Rockies don't have a good bullpen. So throw on top of that, it's good weather and the wind is blowing out about 13 miles an hour according to the weather report. So I'm not a professional weatherman, just to let you know. But anyways, with all that said, my best bet is the Red Sox team total over 5.5. Now, here's what I almost bet. I was having a hard time going back and forth, so I'm just going to be transparent with you guys so you guys have other ideas. Because if you don't feel comfortable with the home team over 5.5, I totally get it. Don't tail it. I want you guys to feel comfortable with your bet. I'm just giving you my advice on what I like. That's all it is. So, also, I like the over 9.5. So, with the wind blowing out, I just think there's going to be a lot of runs. Whitlock's on the mound for the Red Sox. Trusting the Rockies offense against the righty or against anybody on the road can be tough. That's why I kind of stayed away, but I do like the over 9.5. Also like the Red Sox minus 1.5, but then I have to count on their starting pitcher and their bullpen in that situation. So that's why I didn't do it. And I also, a little sneaky one, Austin Gomber, I saw over 1.5 walks. He's been walking a lot of guys, and especially on the road. So, that might be a sneaky one, especially since the Red Sox have the highest walk rate in major. I'm losing my voice. Holy cow. In the major leagues at 13.2%, like I said. So, over 1.5 walks, maybe over 9.5 in the game. Or if you trust the Red Sox pitching, maybe Red Sox on the run line at minus 1.5. But those are all ideas because that's what I'm here for, just to give you guys ideas on what you guys want to bet. So, but my best bet, Red Sox team total over 5.5. Let's move on to that hitter parlay. All right, let's go. Hitter parlay time. Freddie Freeman screwed it up yesterday, but let's get a winner today. We got Corey Seager and Corbin Carroll, 1+ hit each at minus 110. We've used these guys before. They've come through for us, so let's put them together. Here we go. Corey Seager, 1+ hit. 375 average in the last 15 days, including 15 RBIs. He is hitting 367 versus lefties this year. He's facing Reed Detmers, who gives up about 10 hits per game, which is in the 29th percentile. So, and he's had 1+ hit in 16 of the last 20 games. So all that adds up to Corey Seager getting 1+ hit in this game. I like it. And then we got Corbin Carroll, 1+ hit. How about a 431 average in the last 15 days? We bet him, I think, at end of last week or something, and he came through for us. He has had one plus hit in 16 of the last 20 games, also just like Corey Seager. He is facing Ranger Suarez, like we talked about. 10 hits per 9 innings, just like Detmers. He gives up a lot of hits. And then also Corbin Carroll hitting 303 versus lefties this season. So I know it might be weird that I'm picking two lefties who are going up against lefties, but they're not really good lefty pitchers. And these are two very good hot hitters at the plate right now. And in both games, you got the Phillies bullpen behind him for the in that Corbin Carroll one, and then the Angels bullpen. Neither are really that good, so I just like it. I like Corey Seager, Corbin Carroll, one plus hit each. Today was tough on the hitter parlay. And when I say tough, I mean there was a lot that I liked. So these are the two I ended up on. But just to kind of let you guys know, to be transparent and help you guys out, Goldie obviously is a good one. He was in the hitter matchups we talked about earlier. He has a good matchup. I like Goldschmidt. He hasn't been hitting the ball that great this year compared to others, but he's still solid. Matt McClain, I love me some Matt McClain. I only stayed away from him because he kind of strikes out a lot, or he has lately, and Daniel Lynch is a decent strikeout pitcher, so I stayed away, but I love it. I almost added him. He was probably my third best or third option. And then Gunnar Henderson. The guy is just on absolute tear for the Orioles. So, and McLean's on the Reds, Goldie's on the Cardinals, by the way, just so you guys know. But those are some other options I had. I stuck with Seager and Carroll. I know you guys like to put more than two together, get that plus money, and I understand. So, but that's what I'm going to go with. Those are my two. Those are my three best bets also. Thanks for listening to all of that rambling I just did. But let's get another winning day. Let's move to that bets recap page. There we go. Diamondbacks team total over 4 at minus 125. Red Sox team total over 5.5 at minus 114. And then that hitter parlay, Corey Seager, not Kyle, just so you guys know. And Corbin Carroll, one plus hit each at minus 110. There we go, guys. Let's have another winning day. Let's make it 5 of the last 6 winning days. That would be awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. Keep smashing that like button. Keep leaving comments. I love seeing those when I wake up or throughout the day and getting back to you guys as much as I can. So thanks again for the support. Good luck with all your bets. Enjoy some day baseball. We'll talk to you later.